Hello, I'm John Fox in John West. I am having... Just bump the table, sorry. I am having a hex adventure. And I'm stuck on this couch right now. But, there we go.
Living in the desert was a miserable experience. I blasted the AC all day, but I was somehow always sweating. I started working on Waste World here. It was supposed to be my great comeback. I would wake up, sit in front of my computer, and just stare at the screen with my hands beside the keyboard. After about an hour of that, I'd blow off the rest of the day playing some online game.
I see. This mysterious entity.
Sure, I'd sometimes accomplish something, but then I'd reward myself with some social media time and would wind up reading articles about myself. They weren't kind to me.
I can move.
I never finished Waste World. I wanted this area of walk to reflect that experience, so I left it half finished. That also saved me some development time. I don't get along that well with other people. Carla wasn't even a close friend, but I think she might have been my only one.
What's this over here? Sarsaparilla. Right.
Oof. The heat of that godforsaken place. Most days it kept me inside.
Yes, I'm not sure I did the introduction properly. I'm still, in first-person mode, doing the developer commentary, which is obviously a part of the core game experience. Oh, cool! They made them 3D.
Somehow, the more I needed to finish that game, the more I avoided doing it. My parents would call every once in a while to ask how it was going, but I'd just lie.
Right, I get it. I mean, this literally was a puzzle in The Witness. Right. How much that needs to be, but I can put it super high. Yeah, 800 is fine. Yeah!
The final straw was those idiotic modders. They took my half-finished game and made a goddamn mockery of it. Aliens in a post-apocalyptic Wild West. It made no sense. If I couldn't finish the game myself, I sure as hell wasn't going to let them do it for me.
Right. See? Bloody Kryptons.
The legal documents drawn up to take on those modders really fired me up. It was just what I needed to bring those lowlives to task. Those gormless basement dwellers were going to pay forever.
Damn it. It goes on like that for a while. You must be tired of hearing that voice. We're mere pawns to him. But you can change that. Listen to me. This is important. When you see a door of light, walk back to whence you came. And look to your right. So you can see his monocle there. Now, let's see how far you can skip forwards.
And that's how I programmed the blood particles. I think it really contributed to the visceral pleasure of Vicious Galaxy 2, making it the obvious standout in the series. My only gripe with the game was the designs of the main characters. They're too old. But everyone wanted the same boring space marine from Vicious Galaxy.
Alien princess now.
Eventually I got my wish. There was some sort of breach within GameWorks and a lot of data was lost. I had to create a new squad of player characters from scratch after that. Everything got weird after that breach. He told me that I might be in danger. Danger from what?
There we go.
And now we find ourselves at the climax of Walk. The player has to use everything they've learned to solve the ultimate puzzle and arm the bomb. Go on, you can do it.
Right. Let's arm the bomb, shall we? The battery. Lovely. There we go. I like that the screen is smaller, so I can actually see it.
This
Ooh.
probably looks daunting. Switches, those creepy eye things, and a splitter all in one puzzle. But it's the last one, I promise.
Right. Oh, still got to unblock all them. Cool. Fantastic. The bomb is armed.
You know, I had to lower the difficulty of that puzzle like 10 times before the average player could solve it. But great job, you figured it out. You win.
Yay!
And that brings us to the present. Well, I should say, the near future. The other indie games coming out right now are crap, so Walk is a shoo-in for Game of the Year. This scene is a little glimpse into what's to come.
Gamer Award.
The end. Thanks for playing, I guess. At this point, you just have to walk toward the white door frame and the credits roll. And, hey, I'm glad you turned on the developer commentary. I hope my story was as much an inspiration to you as it is to me. This is Lionel Snill, signing off. Did you get all that? Alright, good. Let's get out of here.
Got to turn right, right? That was Lionel Snell. But I know it's not the end. Or Snill, even. There's Natas and Game Funa, who he's still connected to. These are the playtesters. Are these real credits to a fake game, which is a real game? I'm trying to see if I recognise these names from the game. Copyright Lionel Snill and Game Funa. Created with GameWorks 5.6.6. Yeah, not real credits. That's my background. I'm going to load the game back up. So this is the loading screen to the hex, which I cut out most of the time. I thought I'd show you it. I don't think I'm at the end, but we'll see. Perhaps I am. Perhaps it's going to start. Walk, the near future. There we go. So, this game...
And that brings us to the present. Well...
This game suffers from... being a really good idea, but like showing its inspiration quite hard, like being kicked out of the game.
I should say, the near future. The other indie games coming out right now are crap, so Walk is a shoo-in for Game of the Year.
So I think I messed up the ending.
A little glimpse into...
Or maybe not. There we go. This is still very cool, but like, I've been kicked out of games before. Like Undertale does that, and this whole developer commentary is very not Stanley Parable, but those two guys. The whole kind of meta thing. And I'm not criticizing the game. I'm just saying some of the things which would have been mind blowing aren't as much because I've seen certain things before.
It was not my first game, that was my first game.
So Sarsaparilla. Check out Sarsaparilla then. Root beer tender. Oh look, there's... Lovely. And look, there's the janitor. There's the robot. Lovely. There's a Muggle. Oh, the sarsaparilla is a drink, isn't it? Oh, look, there's his wheelchair. And there's Lionel. It's closing time, Reginald. Say that can't be. It's not even dark yet. It's closing time forever. Lionel is releasing Super Weasel Cake. Can't have some root beer game morning marring his reputation. You must be mistaken. Lionel loves root beer. And he loves me. Lionel wants this. I won't leave. Very well. Lionel wants this. Now we know what happened to his legs. He seems quite happy though. I still want to know what's up with the janitor. Oh. There's the crystal. You've seen it all now, haven't you? Do you understand why we gathered here? You have an important role to play in this. I hope you are ready. And there's some Norse. My loyal patrons tonight, we are all killers. This is now the only way out. I'd like this to be my final KO. As per our agreement. This will take me to Rocky, right? For Mr. Shrewd. Go on. It's your turn. What about this guy? The hex has been opened. I must thank you for your help. The ritual was incomplete without a player, and I do hope you enjoyed your time here at the Sixth Pint. Your patronage is valued highly. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to meet my maker. Cursed by his own games. Creator Daniel Mullins. Composer and sound designer Jonah Senzel. 3D artist Brendan Solly Sullivan. This is the end, so I'm pretty sure this is the end. Voice actor Michael Mola, sorry. So I've been John Proxy on the channel John the West. I'm going to watch all the way through the credits, just in case. But if you've enjoyed this, I only like to say this during the credits screens of games. Why not like any of the videos that you've watched? And why not subscribe to channel John the West? I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing next, because I've basically completed this in a day, because it's the holidays and I have the time. But I've enjoyed this. And I'm not... I hate to have a sort of downer note when I'm like, well, I've seen some of this before. And I enjoyed the story and I like the ideas. I may have to discuss... I still want to know what's up with the janitor. I'm worried that I'm missing certain pieces as well. But at the same time, you don't want to like finish a game and go, is there a bit missing? So this is an actual ending credit screen, so rather than the fake one that we got before. I'm trying to think of, but meta games do like messing around with ending screens. There's a reason why the Nier games have a screen that says it's the end, but it's not really the end. Come back, because people will just stop playing when they get a credit screen. Yes, and people like me wait until the end of the credits. But yes, and as again, I've ended in a sort of awkward position, 20 minutes into an episode, but I've enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure what to call the episode, because you can't call it the Hex. It's the Hex Adventure. 6 Pint. Why is it 6 Pints? Just because it was his first game he made with Sarsaparilla. I don't understand why having a crappy, well, a real life bartending game would mar your reputation. I guess just because it's, oh, there we go. Not the end just yet. That was Sado. Sado has escaped. Well, okay. I think it is well and truly over. I could double check, but I think I'm going to let you go. I've been John Proxon, channel John West. I've been having a Hex adventure. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching. So, I wanted to know if I had missed anything. I mean, obviously, I hadn't seen everything, right? So, I looked online to see all the secrets I could find, and it turns out there were some fairly obvious ones. So, for instance, during the Chandrel chapter, you could fish up a locket, and you could gain some information from that locket. I believe you open it up, and you could go off screen and find Wizaro or someone like that. And there's several instances of items. I think they might all be fishing related now that I think about it. Fishing related items and ciphers and a sort of command to put them together. Yes. So what's this? Well, if you put all the ciphers together, and it's, I'll look at the guide here. So there's one during Waste World. That's there's one during Lazarus's chapter. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Maybe I should wait for it to shake. Yes. So not only are you supposed to grab those ciphers. Ooh, tagger box, lovely. I don't know what to press. Oh. I'll put the line length up, I guess. Yeah, not only do you have to put those ciphers together, but you have to have like I'm not explaining this very well. You have to have like a literal file, I think called cipher.cipher, and you move it about, and when you do that, it changes the cipher. I don't know why I did that. It's not made the sound, is it? Let's move this off screen for the time being. No, actually, I guess it needs to be on screen. Eventually, if you faff around enough, you'll get a conversation between I've forgotten his name. It's been a week since I played this. The dude we just murdered and his friend Carla. And basically he says, look, if anything ever happens to me, would you look after this file? Oh, that didn't work. And she reluctantly says, fine, I'll keep your file. But, you know, I never want to talk to you again. I'm blocking you. So, if you look at the Steam store, you can actually find a game by Carla51, which is this game. This is why I'm playing this game. See if I can get something here. Huh. Maybe I'm going too slowly. But the game's not enough. You've got to figure out, you've got to faff around with the cipher some more. And figure out... Oh, there we go. An anchovy, lovely. Do I get money for that? I do. Well, I don't have enough money. So yes, you know what, I could have... During the time faffing, I could have just read the entire guide. This isn't supposed to be a guide. I've decided to cheat and just jump straight to the end, since that's apparently possible. So yeah, I'm downloading this game. Let's see if I can get something. There we go. Arctic salmon. Let's upgrade the hook. See, it's a fairly simple cookie clicker game, but I can type in a command, and that'll hopefully give me the real ending to the game. So I thought I'd introduce that in the most sort of John-sensical way. Oh, there we go. That's faster. Go down even deeper now. But yes, it seems quite clever. I gather that it was the community figured out all this, and not just, you know, one guy. But still, there's lots of references to sarsaparilla, and I kind of wish I just read out the guide that I found on Steam. But I was kind of trying to keep this informal. I just thought it would help with the tone. Anyway, I feel like you get the point. So, after we get this last fish, let's go down much faster. It's it's not a bad game. It's a free game. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You're supposed to type in Lionel.exe.
This is Lionel Snill. I'm recording this because I've... This is crazy, right? Speaking to a video game character? Come on. Well, here it goes anyways. I've seen some things lately that made me think. What if the characters that I've created live somehow? Like, in some way, they know who I am. It's probably nonsense, just some trolls on the GameWorks forums getting the better of me.
So, I saved you about 3 minutes of me being lost, because I didn't consider
But
this.
in the case that the stories they tell are true, and the really unlikely case, I think I would owe one of my characters an apology. No one else knows this, but Super Weasel Kid was not my first game. I actually made this really janky root beer game when I was even younger. The only thing I liked about it was the main character, Root Beer Reggie. I made him look like a younger version of my grandpa. Then, after my grandpa passed, I still had Reggie. I don't know what I was thinking, but when Super Weasel Kid was almost done, I figured that I'd ought to delete the old root beer game. I guess I thought it looked better if my very first game was something great, like I was some kind of prodigy. Irving handled deleting the files. I couldn't bear doing it myself. He told me that Reggie would be exported to a different game, but and I never saw him again.
Another hole. Ooh.
Well, if you're out there somewhere, Reggie, I still miss you. And I'm sorry.
Well, it's too late now. Hmm.